What did that say? It was on the first page. What did it say? Oh dear. Did it say that there would be a monster at the end of this book? Oh, it did. Oh no. I am so scared of monsters. Listen. I have an idea. If you don't turn any of the pages, we won't get to the end of this book. And that's good because there's a monster at the end of this book. So please do not turn any of the pages. As long as human civilization has existed, monsters have always dwelled in our mythology, from the Epic of Gilgamesh to Beowulf to Frankenstein. We create these monsters out of our fears and insecurities, and it is only by facing these fears and insecurities head on do we vanquish the monster inside. Through the poems, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Dark? Me by Danielle Paredes, Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, Mother Talks Back to the Monsters by Carrie Shipers, and It by Kendall Perez. In transitions, From the Monster at the End of This Book by John Stone. A program about slaying the monsters without and within. You just turn the page! Maybe you just don't understand. You see, turning the pages is going to bring us to the end of the book. And there is a monster at the end of the book. But this will stop you from turning pages. I'll just have to tie these pages together so that you can't turn them. And we won't get any closer to the monster at the end of this book. Beware of the Jabberwock, my son. The jaws that bite and the claws they catch. Beware of the Jubjub bird and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. I was afraid of the way that the dark swallowed all and left us surrounded. When you watched the shadows, they crept in the dark, twisted shapes, caused a scratching on my window. You can't hide from the dark. You close your eyes and it's there. It waits in the corners and under the bed, even still. In the dark, I will feel my breath catch and my heart pump furiously. I will hear footsteps and noises, voices, but when I turn around, nothing is there. I think that I am still afraid of the dark. You just turned another page. You do not know what you are doing to me. Now please just stop turning pages. There. I, Grover, will nail this page to the next one so that you won't turn it. And we won't get any closer to the end of the book where there is a monster. Tonight I dressed my son in his astronaut pajamas. I kissed his forehead, tucked him into bed, turned on his nightlight, and then I looked for you. Well, you weren't under the bed and you weren't in the closet, so I told him that you were nowhere to be found. But I could still smell your breath and your musty fur. If he says that he's seen your tail or heard your heavy step, I just insist you're not real. Soon he'll get too old to tell me about his bad dreams. Well, if you get lonely after he falls asleep, you can always come downstairs. I'll be sitting at the kitchen table with the dishes I should wash and the crumbs that I should wipe up. We'll talk about the future and how hard it is to be outgrown. He took the vorpal sword in hand. Long time the man's own bow he sought, and he rested beside a tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and it burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back. Do you guys know what the next page is? Oh dear, the next page is the end of the book. And there's a monster at the end of the book. Oh, please do not turn the page. I'm begging you, please, please, please. I'm running out of breath. I can't believe how hard it is to breathe. My heart is pounding in my chest, and I wonder if it has found me. And then I turn around, and it's still there. I scream and pray it would just go away. I'm running, but it's right behind me. I've been running from it for 5 years now. I stop running and decide to face my fears once and for all. And as I stand face to face with what has caused me so much pain and misery, I stop. And as I look deeper into its eyes, I realize that it is me. Well, would you look at that? This right here is the end of the book. And the only one around is me. I, lovable furry old Grover, must be the monster at the end of this book. And you were so scared. I told you, and I told you again, that there was nothing to be afraid of. Oh dear. I am so embarrassed.
Yay, 8:20.